Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sweet 16 presented by the Collegiate Conference Series. Stronus, 16 teams remain in the hunt for a CCS National Championship. We'll find out the final four by the end of the night.
Yeah, it's pretty insane to think that. I mean, this season has been monumental. I mean, seeing the level of competition, seeing all the teams that we've had, and now by the end of the night, we will only have four remaining for Championship Sunday. I am thrilled. I am beyond thrilled.
I'm excited to be here. It's going to be a fun night. We had a 5-hour night last night and 4 hours tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. And Ball State Cincy up first. Thoughts on going to that one as Mystic is going to be subbed out for this one.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be interesting. It really will be. I mean, Ball State, they are Ball State. I mean, it is Ball State Black, but we know the kind of success Ball State has had as a program, as a university in Rocket League. They've been always one of those big names, and they've, had themselves some really solid success here in CCS. People were wondering if the new kids on the block in Middle Tennessee State might shock them, might get that crazy upset, but Ball State Black, they took care of business.
They really did, and Cincinnati with no Mystic tonight. We'll see how that one affects the Bearcats this season. Here with Ball State up next in the chopping block is 2 games already underway. It looks like Missouri Wichita State in Game 1 and Northern Arizona and next Texas A&M also underway already in Game 1. And this will be the first time ever in CCS history a 6 or a 7 seed will play in the Elite 8.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty insane. I mean, those are 2 big upsets that we, of course, saw happen last night in NAU. And then I think Texas A&M was, more shocking to take down James Madison. Now they're going head-to-head. That's a really fun matchup to open up the B stream.
I got to ask you over here, who's got a better shot to beat Missouri between those 2 teams?
Oh, I mean, I would... if we went into the tournament and I had known nothing, like if we went back to before the round of 64, I probably would have said Northern Arizona, but seeing the Aggies take down James Madison gives me a lot of faith in A&M.
I think I'm still going NAU.
Okay.
I talked to Chronicle last night going into today, and he said they played Missouri close in the past, so maybe tonight could be their night, but first they got to beat A&M. So we'll see how that series progresses. As A&M up 2-0 in Game 1, it looks like. So we'll see if how that one continues to go. We're just waiting on Ball State to hop in here.
Yeah, no, I mean, those are all going to be fun to keep an eye on. I mean, it's another great slate as always. I mean, having all of these top 16 matchups, and then moving forward, I mean, we're going to have the regional finals again tonight. Those are going to be insane to see. We'll see if, after tonight, we'll see if all 4 1 seeds will make it into the Final Four, which a lot of people thought that all of them will. I mean, Akron, again, it was predicted 100% of all our bracket submissions for the challenge to make it to the Final Four. We'll see if they can stay alive. They got to get through Iowa State, and then one of these teams in Ball State or Cincy.
The Big 12 still has 3 teams in the hunt right now, all playing 1 seed. Outside of Arizona playing Florida, and we'll see. Or I guess Cincy's playing Ball State, a 2 seed. So all playing 1 and 2 seeds today. But we'll see how the Big 12 does. But they've got the most teams in the round of 16. They've got 3.
I mean, I feel like that is to be expected. But I think the big question is, now how many will be able to get through?
I think realistically, there could be a max of 2 in the regional final, with Cincinnati beating Ball State and Arizona beating Florida. I don't think Iowa State's got a chance with Akron, but we'll wait and see how the night goes. It finally looks like we're ready to go.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Akron is one of those teams that they're going to be a lock. I think Drexel's a lock. Who knows what's going to happen in the South and the West regions, but we are getting set to go here in the Midwest Regional Semifinal. Ball State, Cincinnati, ready to get underway.
Game number 1. The Sweet 16's finally ready to kick off here, Jordan. Yesterday was a ton of fun. We'll see what tonight brings.
I mean, I would expect it to be even more fun. We saw a lot of long series yesterday as well. I'm hoping we see a very similar story here tonight. And again, I would expect to, but maybe some teams will just absolutely pop off and get something done early.
Let's wait and see how tonight goes. Because last night, it definitely took a long time to get those series done and dusted. As no one wanted to win pretty quickly. As Crutch almost the first rebound is good. Cincinnati lead by 1.
Yeah, Crunch stepping up will get things going in place of Mystic. Just a good ground air dribble, carries it over to Mrs. High, no problem. It's easy cleanup for Cy.
And the winner of this is going to play Akron or Iowa State at 9 Eastern tonight. And again, Ball State's played Akron twice this season. Both did not go their way, and Akron dominated those two series. So Akron probably hoping Ball State come out on top of this one.
Yeah, I mean that's one of those things why everyone thinks Akron's going to make it out of their region into the Final Four, because at the 2 seed on paper, the strongest other team in the region is a team that they have had, of course, some great success with in history. And Cincinnati, they're looking to break through and try and shock the reigning champs, but as you mentioned, Akron got to be hoping for Ball State to come through in this regional semifinal, because they got to imagine they'll be doing just fine, but Ultor wants to put the cards on top.
The Cardinals, their first goal of the round is 16. Ball State at 1:07 off the clock. There, drove up, sets up goal 1.
And I've talked a little bit with Jesse about this matchup, Nation. He himself is confident in this Ball State team to be able to take care of Cincinnati, but that confidence does, of course, waver a bit when I question him about Akron.
Yeah, for sure. It's the first game today. You have to kind of lock in and get through the first couple of games. But Cincinnati, if they can get a good start, anything can happen. It's still just game 1, 90 seconds in. The Bearcats already on the board.
Cincinnati are, they're obviously an extremely strong team, the Big 12 tournament champions, and they're looking to make their case here this season. A lot of people had high hopes for this team, with the addition of Zell this season. You know what? They've been looking great.
That they have a Zell trying to carry his team to victory tonight, Tronus, and he's been a player to watch this season for Cincinnati. They're just 2 losses in the conference play, both to Arizona and Arizona State. That's an own goal. Variety's got a second.
Yeah, able to help that one through. I mean, Ultor just booming it upfield, and Variety just the slight redirect on the ceiling. You can see Crunch, who already jumped, tried to do everything he could. I mean, that one was going in regardless. Ultor was there, but a 2-1 lead now emerges for Ball State as Texas A&M will take game 1 over Northern Arizona. And again, that's going to be one we're going to be keeping an eye on. Mizzou also take game 1 over Wichita State.
I mean, it's not shocking for Mr. Ray, but we know NAU A&M's going to be close. I feel like it. Cincinnati without Mystic tonight is another, a blow for the Bearcats. But if they find a way to come out victorious in this one, I think Mystic will be back for the regional final.
Yeah, I would think so. It sounds like, according to his, I think he's golfing right now.
Yeah, he is golfing.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, hopefully that's going good, and hopefully we will see him later on. But right now his team in a bit of trouble as Variety adds on another. Cincinnati down 1-3.
2:23 to go, 3-1 at the halfway mark of game 1 as the Bearcats trail now by 2 with a 3-goal run for Ball State.
Yeah, they are absolutely killing it as of right now, and we'll see if Cincy can really fight their way back. I mean, I think we're expecting so, Nation, that they're going to be able to get right back in it. I mean, we know this team, we know they can be competitive, but Ball State, they're a juggernaut in CCS for a region.
Yeah, they are, and they're tough to beat. As Ball State, again, only lost in conference play with Akron. They haven't lost since non-con as well prior to the Akron games. So they haven't really lost to many schools in CCS outside of a couple non-conference games here and there and Akron. But they're one of the best teams in the country still, and Cincinnati's gonna have a long test tonight.
Yeah, Ball State, they had themselves a really tough non-conference slate. They took on Radford, who they got swept by. They took on Mizzou, who they went to game 5 and lost to, and then they also lost to Michigan State in a sweep, and they got UTA done in 3, so that was their 1 win in non-conference. But I mean, they quite literally were going against the best teams in CCS and weren't able to get many victories. But hey, it's showing with that level of competition. But in a little bit of trouble as Cincy will add on another, get it back within 1.
Yeah, Ball State played one of the hardest schedules in the country this season, Jonas, and CCS Season 5. But the Bearcats within 1 now, minute 16 to go. Zell's got another. We'll see if the Bearcats can get this back to equilibrium.
I mean, quite literally playing two of the 1 seeds here in this tournament and a 2 seed, and then Well, and then UTA as well. That kind of being the one outlier in that non-conference slate. But yeah, I mean, they were able to get the job done against UTA, and they still fought well versus Mizzou. Again, they're a great team. Variety wants a double here, no good. Crunch will steer it away, and yeah, I'm excited to see what this team can do moving forward. And if they're able to get through Cincinnati here in this matchup, I want to see them compete with Akron Nation. I really do.
It'd be cool, but again, Ball State's a heck of a team, and again, they're led by Coach Too Fast and Variety, Otor, Jesse are three really good players that have top 12 CRL performance earlier on in the semester, and this is a team that it's not to be reckoned with.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, I played twos with Jesse Nation about like last week, and you know what? He's great. He's great. I mean, we struggled in 1600 lobbies, but he's great.
Well, 15 seconds to go here in the game. Number one, a double up for Cy. Now sets up Crunch, taken away though. Now Zell. Last up here for the Bearcats. There's the clear for Ball State. 5 to go. The Bearcats need to go the whole field.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. They're going to have a little bit of room here, but Zell can't get there in time. It'll be Ball State taking game number one, but a narrow margin to start. It's still well within the cards for Cincinnati.
Iowa State going to lead Akron. Minute 30 to go in game one right now as that went over on the D stream, and Missouri up 1-0 in game two, and NAU had 2-0 lead in game two.
Imagine Akron go down in the Sweet 16 Nation. What a story that would be.
Imagine all the Big 12 haters if Iowa State, Cincy, and Arizona all win today.
Yeah, that'd be silent.
That would be insane.
But either way, game two set to go. As Ultor chirping a little bit. I believe Zell did reach out to him last night, if I'm not mistaken, saying that Cincinnati were going to take this. But I mean, there's going to be a little bit of that chirping, a little bit of that back and forth.
We've had it all tournament. We
have. I mean, we have seen. Yeah, teams have gotten into it for sure. I think I know I for one maybe started some of those beefs. I can't lie. You know me. I like to stir the pot a little bit. I like to get teams more emotionally invested. But ultimately, it's just been a lot of teams calling each other out.
Well, a lot of the time, the team that has started the fight has lost the fight.
Well, with Zell being the first one to reach out, do you think that goes the same way here in this series?
Potentially, but we'll have to wait and see how this one goes. But so far, no one's been able to put their money where their mouth is.
As Variety, a missed open look here, but Jesse will take advantage. He's on the board for the first time tonight. Variety just slightly impatient as he had a completely open net, couldn't get it past the crossbar, and Jesse will get his first.
4:08 to go, and something also to mention it. The 4 regional champions are all guaranteed $50. So if you make it tomorrow, you're guaranteed money.
And that's a big thing at that. Is everyone always wants to get in the green in these tournaments. I mean, these are college players, and you know what? I've never heard of a college student not wanting money before.
Neither have I. It's a free meal. Brought to you by Collegiate Conference Series.
Yeah. Always got to be happy for it, but we'll see who can indeed make it. As that's not a lot of spots in place for tomorrow.
Not at all, just 4 the regional champions. We'll move on to Championship Sunday as Iowa State's got a 1-0 lead on Akron after 1.
I mean, you would expect the reigning champs of Akron to lock back in. A Zell double demo opening up some space. It will be taken away by the Cardinals in time. You would expect Akron to get right back into pace, but oh my goodness, dude, that would be insane to see Iowa State, a team who several people had getting upset in round 1, make it past Akron, eliminating the Zips. Do you think either one of these two teams could stop them if they got through?
It's too early to tell, but again, last night Virginia Tech had a great start with Akron, but then Akron locked back in and found their way through the series. So we'll see how Iowa State can continue on with Akron through the course of that one. But back to action here. The Bearcats, still their offense has been a little bit stagnant.
Yeah, they haven't really been able to pick up a ton of the pace, getting outshot 2-6 right now here in game number 2. Of course, still halfway through, can definitely try and turn things up going forward. Sai sends it forward. Jesse a touch middle to Ultsor up to the ceiling. Not going to have much more in him. Zell will steer it away for Cincinnati. But yeah, they've just had trouble keeping possession through that midfield. Zell carrying it towards the net for a moment, but then immediately taken right back away by BSU.
Ultsor over one. Has some help down low. That one just wide. Zell will break the press for now for Ball State. 2 minutes to play. Zell still trying to carry himself through, but Ball State's defense has been ruthless in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, they have not given hardly any opportunities, and the couple opportunities that have trickled through for Cincinnati have not looked too threatening, as Zell might have something here. Late dunk varieties, but here's a look, and Sai will tie things up for the Bearcats. They're finally on the board.
Cincinnati, a minute 48 to go, able to find one from Sai, his first of the series. 108 seconds to go as NAU has Texas A&M all even at 1.
I mean, game 2 overtime won by Northern Arizona. I mean, that one is looking very, very close over on the B stream. Mizzou is starting to take themselves a very solid lead past Wichita State. Mizzou, I believe, were the second favorites to win it all, but besides Akron.
I think Drexel was picked second. I think Mizzou was only picked about 6% of the brackets. But back to that Akron series, I mean, I was standing last night and asked if a top 16 finish, the loss to Akron, would be an acceptable finish this season for Iowa State. I told them that would be more than acceptable, and beating them would just be incredible.
Oh, 100%. I mean, again, I already mentioned it, a little bit of great save there from Zell. As a lot of people thought that they were going to end up choking round 1 and get eliminated by East Carolina. And, you know, they did have a scare there. It did go to 7, but they got the job done. And, you know, then they locked in versus Maryland. They looked good there. And absolutely, I mean, I feel like they've already gone through expectations. And if they take down Akron, I mean, I would have no words.
We could have Iowa State play Cincy. You know, if Iowa State and
Big
Cincy both could win.
Final?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
If they both win right now, which right now Iowa State's in front and Cincinnati's 30 seconds away in a goal from a 1-1 score here.
Yeah, I think honestly, as of right now, it's looking like it might be tougher for Cincinnati to beat Ball State rather than Iowa State to beat Akron. As you know, we do see the Cyclones trailing by a goal, 2 minutes left in game 2, but it's still staying very close. Jesse muscles his way through for a shot. Look, here's a good turnaround for Cincy, trying to get something done in regulation. Crunch looking to go middle side, turns it towards the sidewall. Zell is there, over across to Crunch. He misses the shot, and this one will fall for OT in game 2.
A give and go. Just couldn't put it away for Cincinnati on the end of regulation, but play continues in overtime. Now the next goal could be very important here for Cincinnati.
Yeah, low boost for Ball State, not going to have much to go. Zell wants the corner. Psycho, no good. Jesse tries to chip around side, no good. Could be a good counter for the Bearcats. Side, low boost, needs to be wary of the demo, but he gets caught out off the backboard. Zell will dive in, slams it up high, but Ball State have a little bit of room to work. Variety, Ultsor kept away by Side, looking to escape. Zell, big demo there to open up some extra space.
30 seconds to go so far on the clock in overtime. Crunch has no boost, and Jesse didn't quite realize that till it was a little bit too late, but a demo in front, almost an open target. Cincinnati unscathed there, almost a big break for Ball State.
And this is becoming a very physical overtime here, Nation, as both these teams just trying to shove each other out of the way. This has not been what you would call a clean OT. This has been messy. This has been dirty, and it has been a battle. Ultsor wants the air dribble bump. It's kept out by Sai. He's had some great saves late.
That he has, and Cincinnati's defense has been nothing short of amazing here. So far, it's now 1-on-1. Ultsor in isolation has a lead blocker. The 50 is no good.
And that is a stone cold save there out of Ultsor. Let the demo jump right over top. Jesse fires right side, and it's Ball State who take game 2.
And Ball State break the heart to Cincinnati. Jesse over the middle. A beautiful snapshot is good for a second.
88 miles an hour from just across the midfield line. That is a bullet to the right side. And, you know, Jesse, who is, you know, are the lowest rank on Ball State. He knows it. Ball State know it. He put away both here for BSU.
Well, Akron's going to equalize. Iowa State is that one now 1-1. And you mean this series though, Jonas? I mean, Cincinnati is hanging in there with both games have been one goal games.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think everyone expected this one to be close. I know I myself had this game going to 7. Then again, when I think it's just going to be a close series, I always just put 7 because why not? But Cincinnati are right there alongside the Cardinals. But ultimately, when it comes down to those final seconds, they are just falling that one step behind. And the Cardinals, they're more than happy to take advantage. And now up 2-0. They very well could go up 3-0 here and threaten a sweep.
Yeah, if Cincinnati could have connected on the give and go, and at the close regulation, this could be 1-1 right now.
Yeah, and it's just those one little plays again. Cincinnati been staying right there alongside Ball State. They just gotta finish out that race. And you said it a bunch yesterday, Nation. It's not about how you start; it's about how you finish.
Absolutely, and we'll see if Ball State can be one of the teams that can finish off Cincinnati. They've been really good so far about finishing off teams and haven't quite gotten into a difficult situation where once they kind of had a lead, they put them away most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, again, looking at it for Ball State, I mean, the only teams that they have lost to this season have been all 1 seeds in this tournament, all the current 1 seeds in Akron, Michigan State, and Mizzou, and of course Radford being the only other one.
And Central Michigan took the Cardinals to Game 5 in the regular season and got them to 6th in the conference tournament. So they've also played Ball State fairly close this year.
Yeah, I was interested to see what Central Michigan were going to be able to do in the tournament. Obviously, they got themselves a tough round 1 pull in Charlotte. They did take 2 games off the 49ers, but unfortunately were eliminated. I mean, Central Michigan, they've done well at competing at that high level.
They haven't. No, Akron they've struggled with in the past, but I feel like Akron's a whole another beast though. But in the tournament, Akron has not been dominant. A lot of these teams are playing Akron very, very close.
Yeah, I think that's very much Akron. Kind of. What's the right word to put? I don't want to say trolling. I maybe a little bit lackadaisical, really not taking everything super seriously right from the get-go.
I think the Dayton series is lackadaisical, but I think yesterday and tonight, I don't think they just looked apart. I don't think you can chalk up to trolling. Virginia Tech made Akron have to play serious the whole time, and now I think Iowa State's having to make them play a little bit serious as well. And talked to Jonathan this morning as well, and he kind of said he's playing on chalked Wi-Fi still tonight, like he was last night, and I hope he could tomorrow if they advance. But every little thing is important in a tournament like this.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we know that a lot of teams, have been playing away from their home, whether that being on a LAN and having to play on a different setup, not being in their own home setup, and that can really throw some people off, not being in that more comfortable space where you're used to. I mean, it's the same in home and away games in traditional sports, as you're more comfortable at that home field, that home arena, and it's the same here for a lot of these players.
Absolutely, it is. And 2 minutes ago, here in Game 3, this is a must-win for Cincinnati if they're going to have a hope to keep their season alive a little bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, this has been another very close battle in game number 3. I mean, ultimately, we haven't seen much happen. As Cincinnati, they put some good shots on, but every single one has been stopped thus far by Ball State. A nice opportunity on the 1v2 lead blockers. Jesse's taken out, but Oltor gets back in time, sweeps this one away. Sai got the reset, no good on the 50. Oltor just looking to play another, as the Bearcats are really just trying to muscle their way through, but Zell puts it right side. It's Cincinnati who find the first.
Minute 32 to go. The Bearcats' first lead since Game 1, Dronis, comes with 92 seconds to play. We'll see if this lead can last any longer than a couple seconds.
Yeah, you would expect Ball State to try and get something going off the kickoff. Jesse trying to chase it down. 50s his way through. Zelsai should be back just fine. Immediately challenged by Oltor. Variety there into the ceiling it goes. Now a big bump from Oltor. Jesse already flying in, but this one pitched all the way downfield, and that is a nice bit of relief of pressure early on for Cincinnati.
That it is, and A minute 10 to go here. Cincinnati, they're veterans at the CCS championship. They've got a lot of experience, and this is Ball State's first tournament. They're looking very good, but how does experience fare Cincinnati here?
I mean, we've always seen it, help teams who have been able to be in this environment as Variety almost put that one away into his own net. It was helped out by Jesse, was able to keep it out, but we've seen teams, who have been in this environment before. They have obviously thrived being able to be in a single elimination spot where, one off day, one mistake can mean the end of your season. Those who have been here before kind of a little more used to that pressure, and that does tend to favor those kinds of teams.
Yeah, it really does, but Ball State's a very talented roster. They've looked really good this season. Again, they didn't have a great non-conference start, but they did play some really good teams close, which could be a good omen going into tomorrow if they can advance, but they'll have another one.
Yeah, tight angle shot here. Looks like that will secure the first win of the series for Cincinnati. And I mean, the other thing to note here, Nation, this is Cincinnati's first time past round 2. In the previous 2 seasons, back in season 3, they made it past Louisiana Tech round 1, were eliminated by Florida State. And then last season, they made it past Rutgers in a stunning 7-game series, and then were eliminated by Cleveland State. This is their first time past that second round, and they're looking to make it further.
Well, to wait and see how the Bearcats can go. Missouri, though, up 3-0 on Wichita State now in Game 4. A&M about to equalize in a lead can hold as Iowa State scoring with a minute to go in Game 3.
I mean, these games are so. Again, we have the quad box up, both of us. We're keeping an eye on all the other streams as well, just to keep those updates flowing. But Mizzou, I mean, they're looking more than dangerous. Wichita State is a good team. They have struggled at points. I mean, the conference tournament over in the American, that was a tough look for them, getting swept by UNT, but I mean, they've looked solid regardless through the tournament so far. I mean, they swept Louisiana yesterday. That's a pretty solid win for them. But ultimately, I mean, Mizzou is looking unstoppable.
Yeah, they really are. We'll wait and see how Missouri can continue. They're already up 1-0 into Game 4. Wichita State going to have to score now to keep their season alive. But you're in game number 4 for Cincinnati. I feel like this isn't a must-win, but it really kind of feels like it is.
And now we're going to see a Rule 1 break as Ultor puts it away. Wait, do we want to take a quicker look? It was Jesse and Cy who locked up. Who broke out of it? It was Jesse, and Ball State will get rewarded for it.
That was just a bad recovery after breaking the Rule 1. 4:40 to go. Ball State up by 1, just 20 seconds into game number 4.
And they're looking to get it right back. I mean, they want to take this as comfortably as they can. Here's a great passing play. Variety, a dime piece over to Ultor. 2-0 go the Cardinals.
4:31, and Ball State doubling the lead at 2.
I'm sorry, those are just the infield passes that are just so incredible to see. I mean, completely splitting through the defense and leaving a free shot for, one of the best strikers you're going to see here in CCS as Zell tried to work his way through crunch. Now he's going to have a chance. Zell trying a pre-flip, being blocked by Variety. Could be a quick counter. Variety, no boost left, tries a backflip flick. It is sent away, but Ball State, they have come back with a vengeance here in game 4.
4:10 to play. Cincinnati just trying to find ways to get their offense to flow again as game 4 is not opened up in a good fashion.
No, it really has not, as Ultor going to tack on number 3. He's got himself a hat trick in just the first minute 2.
3:58 to go as Iowa State is in overtime in game 3 with Akron right now.
They could reclaim their lead in the series, and that would be very, very huge. There's Texas A&M. They just scored a 0-second goal versus Northern Arizona to equalize that series.
NAU scored a 0-second goal.
Oh,
that was already over.
No,
that game was already over.
Oh, my mistake.
It was 2-0, and then NAU made it 2-1.
That just shows I'm not watching that game. I'm watching this one. That's the way I'll phrase that.
Akron wins.
Okay, well, there you go. So Akron will claim the lead in the series. Iowa State got the first game, but the Zips will take back-to-back to take the lead in that series. And that it's one of those things where as soon as Akron get that bit of momentum going and lock in, it might be very tough for Iowa State to get back in it.
Cincinnati's offense, bad news, you're down by 3. Good news, there's still 3 minutes to go, just 1 goal a minute. Here is the Bearcats offense trying to connect with something here. The double for Zell is no good.
Yeah, and Zell trying to whip up every offensive play he can to try and get through this Cardinals defense, but stop time and time again as Variety muscling 50 after 50. Oltor rips it downfield. Crunch will have the cutoff. Variety big 50 here will fall to Zell. Plenty of boost, plenty of space. Oltor last back. Jesse trying to reach him. Zell looking to put it away himself. No good.
2:38 to go. The Shockers lead by 3 in game 4 right now, so it's looking like that's going to go to a game 5. Zell fires his caught out. Jesse, there's the no. It's off the post. Rebound is no good either.
And there is going to be there's going to be a dent left in that crossbar, as we have already seen Cincy hit it several times here in game number 4, and that has got to be frustrating. Still just searching for that first. Zell, no boost left to find a double. Jesse, a big demo there, and the Bearcats just cannot get through the bump after bump. Again, just eliminating shots before they even happen.
2 minutes ago, Crunch trying now to keep their offense in red territory. Another shot there is no good. Oltor off the save, and Cincy's offense, Jonas. Again, 6 shots right now. Through 3 minutes, and still nothing has fallen.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to feel for Cincinnati here. You know they're struggling to get that offense going. You know there's got to be that frustration of Ball State playing everywhere, saving, making goal line saves, finding bumps all over the field, and of course Oltor having himself a hat trick. And now Ball State have slowed down. Of course, they got the first 3 just about inside the first minute, as it was 62 seconds, and then they have slowed down and just kind of taken things defensively since then.
The Tigers are once down by 4, now back within 1, as 1:38 remains on the clock there in regulation. 1 minute 12 to go here. Cincinnati still within 3, but the offense has put away nothing in the first 4 minutes of this one, as Ball State can get the match point. This lead can hold for 60 more seconds.
And you can see Variety try to work his way through, and yeah, Ball State, I mean, they're looking exceedingly comfortable here in game number 4, and ultimately, I don't know if Cincy are going to be able to bring this one back. Maybe a look here for Zell, but Oltor intercepts, and again, there is just nothing going the way of the Bearcats here in game number 4, and I think they already got to look onto the next nation.
Cincy's had a lot of threatening shots. I mean, Zell's double, then they had Jesse caught out. They had a 2-on-1 with the lead blocker. Like, they've had a lot of good looks, but Ball State's defense, got to give them credit for how they've opened up here.
Yeah, you really do. And again, another look not going the way of Cincinnati. Oltor carries his way downfield. It will be stolen away by Cy, but yeah, just not enough time here. And Ball State have done one heck of a job here in this matchup. And if you're going to find any way to get momentum going into a match point game, this is the kind of game you want.
Well, Cincy gonna have to win 3 games in a row to see their season extend around further, Jonas. And Ball State now a win away from a regional final.
Yeah, and that is a tall order for Cincinnati. Again, trying to get 3 games in a row on Ball State. I mean, that just seems crazy. How many teams have done that so far this season? I mean, Michigan State, Radford, and probably Akron.
Yeah, that would be it. It's Iowa State's got a 2-0 lead, a minute 48.
And Wichita State, they pick up their first win over Mizzou, so WSU not going to get swept in their regional semifinals. They'll keep their season alive for a little bit longer.
No sleeps in the early window now guaranteed. As the Shockers get 1, Iowa State's lead cut down to 1 as well. 3:17 to go, and Oxy able to score, get that back within 1. But now 5 minutes to go here in game 5. The Bearcats need to win 3 in a row, and it starts here in Aquadome.
Yeah, and Cincy, they need to get the offense going early. That has got to be step number 1, is finding something through, but Variety rips it away on the goal line. We already saw a couple goal line saves from him, and is now going to add on another. Zell crossbar missing. Jesse plays it away, and Ball State again, their defense is just impenetrable.
And since you just can't buy a goal either, I mean, so many crossbar dings and so many just barely unable to fall through, and Ball State's defense, the ones that actually are on target, have done perfect so far.
Yeah, they really haven't. I mean, you got to think that Cincinnati they gotta change something up, Nation. They gotta just get something new in their offense, whether it's more passing plays, whether it's bumps, whether it's demos. Something has got to change because everything they're trying right now is not working.
Yeah, they got to be a little bit annoyed too with how things have gone in this series. That their offense just can't seem to find its way through, and Ball State's defense just will not break. That's got to be annoying at this point in the series.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you gotta expect that they are ultimately so frustrated. They know they can win. I mean, they've already gotten a game, but when you go toe to toe and you just can't get anything going offensively, that's where things can start to break down again. Cincinnati have to be very, very strong in their mental.
Iowa State's lead now, a 3-goal run for Akron, so they're now trailing again. But 3:22 to go. Still even after 2 minutes here in Game 5 is or Cincinnati. Good Lord, I can't talk. Big 12 schools are all playing right now. 3:10 remaining. Old Tory in isolation. Is that one no good?
Yeah, Zell, a great stop there. It's tough to go toe-to-toe in a 1v1 with Old Tor, but Zell got the job done. Crunch, top right corner, saved again by Variety. This one will finally fly through. Cincinnati are on the board for the first time in at least 7 minutes.
The Shockers 3-0 in the first minute, Trotus. 2:59 though to go here. Cincy on the board.
Oh my goodness, and a kickoff goal for Texas A&M to claim Game 5, if I'm not mistaken, so they will take the lead and match point in the series. A&M are one game away from a regional final.
Iowa State now able to equalize Akron. So that one back at 3-3. And game number 4 is Iowa State's trying to equalize that series. With Cincinnati trying to get back within one here. Double commit. Zell's going to throw offside. Now left alone. It's going to be crunched down low. It's riding double. No good. Look in front there. Also going to be turned away.
Sigh, good look here. And I think the big thing is, Nation, we've been talking so much about Ball State's defense. We haven't talked about their offense much in the last 7 minutes because they really haven't had any. Again, they scored 3 goals in the first minute of last game and have put away 0 here. So ultimately their offense has gone a little bit cold, and now they really got to show out. Jesse will do just that as soon as I speak of it. It's 1-1.
1-1, 2:09 to go. Ball State's first goal since you mentioned the first goal of the first minute of the last game, but Iowa State now back in front. Minute 13 to go in Game 4. So the Cyclones, if they can hold on to the lead there, will have Akron all level up too.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they were going to be good games coming into tonight, Nation, but they have really shown up and shown out early. This one could very well come down to the wire in this Game 5, as we'll see if Ball State can get the job done. But Cincinnati, they're not going to go down without a fight.
Not at all. Box of streams are going really good so far. A lot of viewers already they're watching in, and you take on A&M, and that's going to be the highest seed in CCS history to play in the regional final.
Yeah, which is absolutely obscene.
Yeah, that's what happens when upsets occur in a really stacked bracket. But since you look in front here, minute 30 to go, and the Bearcats still trying to find tooth and nail for a goal.
I believe the high seed we had last season, it was 3s. I believe we had 4 1 seeds, 2 2 seeds, and 2 3 seeds in the regional finals last season. I
know Colorado played Florida. I don't remember who else anybody else played in the regional final, but Colorado Florida was a 1 and 2.
Yeah, and then there was Akron Gold, George Mason. George Mason were a 3, and then the other 3 seed was Wichita State because Old Dominion eliminated the 2 of Charlotte.
50 seconds left. Crunch. Looking for a double here. Will turn. No, it's denied. Wow.
What a save from Jesse. Zell couldn't put away the follow-up, and Jesse making a big-time impact here in this series. We've seen the offensive side go off for him, and now we're seeing really the defensive showing as well. Might have a look on offense here in the 1v1 versus Crunch. He puts it top right. Jesse, stand tall, young man.
My goodness, from defense to offense for Jesse, one of the biggest saves of this series to keep Ball State from a trailing, and then you turn it around the other way and score. My goodness, what a transition.
And getting the lead for the Cardinals with only 24 seconds remaining. Now we'll see if Ball State can hold Cincinnati. They're down to their last life. Crunch to Zell. They're not going down.
The Bearcats back to level as Akron scores on 0 seconds for a 3-1 lead on Iowa State.
What a shot there from Zell, threading the needle, bar down, crunch, got the flick and delivered it on a silver platter. Now this is still just anyone's game. Here in game number 5, Zell rips it towards the ceiling. Ultor pre-jumped it, sends it straight down. Could be a good look for Cincinnati. Zell looking for bumps, crunch looking to leave it middle for side variety, turns it away. Ultor might have one last look.
Overtime. In game number 5, if Cincy can win this game, the series is back within a singular game. But Ball State, though, a win sent Cincy home and a big save for Crunch.
I mean, you just got to feel at this point that Cincinnati should be able to break things back after that huge late goal, but they got to be very careful as we're already seeing Ball State all over them here in this OT. Jesse wants to win it, and that he does. It's Jesse again.
The hat trick in game 5 sends Cincinnati home. Ball State will move on.
And what a victory for Ball State. And Jesse with an incredible performance again. Was not expecting this kind of showing out of him, but Ball State get the job done in 5. What a win.
What a win it was for Ball State. Cincinnati, a heck of an effort. That was a good season. They took a major step forward, the furthest they've ever gone in the tournament. We'll see them back hopefully this summer for another deep run.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Cincinnati. I mean, again, this, as you mentioned, this was the longest run we've seen out of them. They had a tough run in against Ball State, who are, playing seemingly out of their minds. I mean, this is one of the best looking Ball State showings we've seen so far this season. And now moving forward, they will advance to play the winner of Akron and Iowa State. As Akron, they're up 3-1 over the Cyclones, so very well could see that MAC Conference Tournament Championship rematch.
Well, Iowa State's up 1-0 in game 5 right now, so we'll see if that one, how it finishes. But think back to Cincinnati's season, though. Had they not lost to Arizona or Arizona State, if you could flip one of those losses, maybe they're a 3 seed, have an easier time. Or maybe they're a 2 seed, have an easier time in this tournament.
Yeah, I would agree. I think if they were able to, take down, I mean, either one of the Arizona teams, or maybe both, they very well could be themselves a 2 seed. But that being said, it's unfortunate to see their season end here, as Ball State will move on. But yeah, I mean, it was good showing out of the Bearcats. I'm excited to see them back. And again, looking at updates around, Wichita State took game 5, Nation, so they're going to at least 6 with Mizzou. They're not down and out. And Texas A&M a minute away from eliminating Northern Arizona.
Well, there's a minute left to go in the NAU game in game 6. A&M currently up 1-0 in the 3-2 lead in that one. We're gonna go to break so you guys can catch the end of that one. But when we come back, Florida takes on Arizona.